Our taste tour is stopping off for a moment in the heart of the moorlands in the historic market town of Pickering. The town is 27 miles from York and best reached by road. There's plenty to tickle our tourists' taste buds here, from exquisite handmade chocolates to mouth-watering home-baked treats. Stanley has a choice of 2 options for lunch. He can hand-pick locally sourced cheeses and meats from a delicatessen in Pickering and then take his team on a gentle steam train ride to a beauty spot for a rustic picnic. Or will it be a real taste of the country? He can take our taste tourists to a big country estate, bag a bird in season, pluck it and then eat it, gourmet style, in a 16th century coaching inn. But what will Stan decide?
I've made my decision. We'll thoroughly enjoy it. We're going to a local estate on a partridge shoot.
Well, I'm not going to enjoy that, Stanley.
No.
I'm not going to eat it.
I'm not murdering anything.
Myself.
We'll do you a few vegetables.
You know I was a vegan, you still chose that option, so yeah, he wasn't thinking about the group, I think.
Well, I could shoot a person, actually, quite easily.
Right, we're going to have a good time.
It's a good time. It's going to be a great thing for you.
Not for me.
Let's go.
Lovely.
Let's go, come on.
With the shoot over, it's back to Victor's Hotel in Pickering for a lesson in partridge preparation.
I know you all thoroughly enjoyed that partridge shoot.
Yep.
Now, Victor and I are going to show you how to cook them. We'll have to take the sinews out first. Whoop.
Great game knowledge, Stanley. Removing the sinews relaxes the flesh so it doesn't harden. But now, over to the professional.
This is a really, really simple and really traditional way of cooking partridge. So it's just roast partridge, game chips, bread sauce, cranberry sauce, and some fresh watercress from a watercress farm in Pickering.
Victor stuffs the bird with butter and thyme, lightly salts and browns it in foaming butter to seal in the flavour.
You can begin to smell the thyme a bit.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Does the smell put you off a bit, or is that...
I'd rather not smell it, but it's there cooking away, yeah. You know, I respect the fact that you're a chef and you cook. You know, I'm a cook, you know, I'm not a chef, obviously, but I just valued those birds' lives before, while they were living.
Let's put a peg on your nose.
Yeah.
So, nice hot oven, and we're going to roast that for probably about 11 minutes, something like that. But I'll check it at 4 minutes and baste it again with more butter, and then we'll see how it's doing. Partridge should be served slightly pink, and it's much more tender and juicy, and it doesn't dry out that way. If you overcook it, then it can be terribly tough.
Game's the best thing you can buy, isn't it, really?
It's very good for you.
It's organic.
Yeah.
It chooses what it eats, not like us. It makes the best of everything.
It does.
And that's why it's got so much goodness in it.
Butcher Stanley's lecture on the benefits of game is turning Shan, the wardrobe mistress, into a drama queen.
2 tips I'm going to give you for bread sauce. One is to use stale bread. So we're just going to roughly cut off the crust. Very rough, you don't need to be precise. The second tip, we're going to be boiling milk. So there's a bit of a tip. If you put a drop of water in the pan first, then the milk doesn't stick to the pan.
The milk is simmered with half an onion studded with 2 cloves, a couple of bay leaves and some freshly ground pepper. They add a lovely flavour to your milk, but don't forget to take them out before you add your bread. To make a sauce for the partridge, Victor flambés the butter and juices with calvados.
The biggest tip I can give you for cooking all meat really, but particularly when cooking game birds, is that the game should rest for as long as possible. So it cooked there for 8 or 9 minutes. It needs to rest for at least that. Now, I would prefer to leave it for up to 20 minutes to rest. But even if you're cooking a steak, certainly a steak, but even a chicken, if you're able to rest it for as long as you've cooked it, that's perfect, yeah.
Some taste tour tips for partridge are: buy your bird in season from September to January. Make sure the bird has been hung for at least 3 days. Pheasant is a time-saving alternative to chicken. It's healthy too, and instead of stuffing it with butter and thyme, try cooking it with Savoy cabbage, chestnuts and streaky bacon. Yum! Finally, the moment they've been waiting for. Except Vegan Dean, of course.
Roast pheasant.
That looks brilliant.
So we'll put one between you there.
Can't wait to touch
Some wine.
Chuck in. Stan, why don't you just have that whole
It's
thing?
easier.
Yeah,
Yeah, just have
And
it.
Dean isn't having any. So.
He's just had nothing to eat, but I'll buy you a fish and chip supper tonight or something.
Doesn't eat fish!
I'm not doing my job if you don't know that. We did discuss this earlier, Stanley. We did discuss this.
It's free range. It's cooked to perfection. It's got a little bit of pink in it, and it is absolutely so tasty.
Yeah,
You've done a cracking job. I couldn't have done it better myself. Now, can I just say a few words? You know, this has been my choice. Today, you've all done something that you would never have chose to do. And I think it's been an experience for all of us. And please vote for me 10 out of 10 if you can.
Thank you very much.
Coming up, as the day draws in, the team let it all out.
Stan was off. He was off with the guns. He'd forgotten about everyone else.
Dean's score for Stan won't be a surprise.
It's not going to be 10.
And ideas for great places to stay on Yorkshire's glorious coastline. The girls are hungry for 5-star. Will they be disappointed?
Should we go?
Yeah, let's just do it.
Go.
Showtime.